Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good Monday night. It's November 2nd, and so today we're going to be talking about the tropics. Some big changes have happened, so you guys can see. Let's get started the video. So right now we have an upper end Category 4 about to make landfall in Central America. Has 150 mile per hour winds. You guys can see it right here. It's pretty obvious. This thing has a really good eye and is insanely symmetrical and strong. This is probably the nicest looking hurricane of the season so far. This little island right there is probably significantly damaged from this. This is not good at all. This is going to be making landfall as likely a Category 4. And it's going to be bringing a lot of flooding rains. You can see 150 mile per hour winds, a minimum central pressure of 934 millibars. We go to it. We look at the cone. Forecast going to make landfall tomorrow morning. Bring flooding rain for a while as a depression, and then move back out in the sea. And then after it moves back out into the Caribbean and goes kind of close to Cuba, that's when it could impact the United States. But right now, it's going to be impacting Central America, and it's going to be impacting them very hard. This is not a good storm at all. Wind history has a decent sized wind field. Not really big, but with a really strong hurricane like this, it's not. We don't really want it to be big at all. Well, we never want the wind field to be big. But yeah. These are the tracks. As I said before, we can see we know where it's going to make landfall now, right there. And then it's going to kind of move inland. It could either go back out to the west and into the eastern Pacific, or most of the models have it going back out into the Caribbean. And where it goes after that, it could go towards Cuba, and it could impact the United States pretty far out. But we're going to have to see what actually happens with this. And that'll be over a week probably before it impacts the United States. It'll be around a week out before the United States feels any impacts. Let's move over to the GFS model here. Let's actually look what's supposed to happen. The GFS is the same making landfall. It's a pretty strong hurricane. It's 930-something millibars right now. So that's actually wrong, but let's see what it has it going after it makes landfall. So it has it kind of veering off, going towards the Dominican Republic as a really big circulation. It has it being kind of a large tropical storm going into the Gulf of Mexico and then dying out. It has an impact in Cuba and maybe bringing some showers to Florida. But that's about it. And it brings some leftover moisture to southern Texas and brings some showers down there. But this is literally at the end. This is 384 hours out. So keep that in mind. This is not reliable at all. So probably the earliest we can actually rely on this information is probably about right here. So the GFS is ending up right around Cuba. But then what happens after that is still uncertain, though. Due to how far it's out or how far out this is. Now let's look at some other models because we're not just going to look at one. Let's look at a Canadian. Canadian has it doing a really similar thing, going up towards Cuba, and then it has it also going to the west. But then it has it getting closer to the southeast and not South Texas. So we're going to have to see what happens. But it does have it a little bit. It has it more quick moving, though, too. It doesn't have it hovering around Cuba for a while. Those are the two models we're going to look at. We're going to have another update on this tomorrow. Now let's talk about our upcoming winter weather. We do have two upcoming winter storms we talked about again yesterday's video. We're going to be talking about those today. So right now we have some snow showers in the northeast. That's about it. So our next winter storm is going to hit California and hit the northwest late this week. Because it's going to move through the mountains, bring snow. It's going to enter the plains probably Saturday evening. Saturday evening, we have very strong winds going up through Texas, Oklahoma Panhandle, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa, Minnesota, and North Dakota. We have rain forming in South Dakota and heavy snow in a little bit of northwestern South Dakota, western North Dakota, especially eastern Montana and northeastern Wyoming. We have snow showers going all the way down to like Colorado. This is when the GFS is starting to get its act together. Then we can see, as we go later, it moves a little bit. It moves northeast, and we start to have a band of storms, maybe showers, maybe thunderstorms going all the way down to Kansas right here along the cold front. And we have a large, potentially blizzard for areas like Canada, North Dakota, and northeastern Montana. I think northeastern Montana is going to get hit the hardest. Like in the United States, I'd say this area will get hit the hardest right now with the wind and snow. But we'll have to see what actually happens. And on the backside of this, we have really, really cold air and snow showers as we go into Sunday afternoon. And then that is going to set the stage for another snowstorm after that. So as we go towards next week, this is Monday afternoon, we have another one. This one's going to be further to the east and further to the south, as you guys can see. So Monday afternoon, we have snow in Colorado and New Mexico. We have another ice storm in Nebraska and Kansas, a little bit further to the north than the last one. But yeah, it's going to be affecting areas like not Wichita anymore. That was yesterday. Yesterday, it's shifted further to the north. Now it's going to be affecting areas like Omaha. Maybe to the north of Omaha, though. And you can see heavy ice for like 24 hours in these areas, which is not good. And look at what we have down here. The GFS is indicating a strong line of storms. We'll have to take some soundings to see if those are any good. This is next Tuesday. This is still about a week out. But we can see we could, if this actually happens like this, we could have a situation for some severe weather. And on the backside of this low pressure, we have some snowfall all the way down to northern Kansas. So this will be our second little snowstorm. And then it actually intensifies. As we go into Minnesota, we could even have some blizzard warnings issued if this actually does happen. Like, not for Minneapolis, but probably St. Cloud. I think St. Cloud's like right there. Duluth, the GFS is on the eastern edge of this. Maybe some snow on the backside, though. And some snow to mix in. Yes, let's actually take some soundings and see if we can get any decent soundings ahead of this strong line. This was a sounding in the afternoon. It's a none sounding. We don't have any cape. We have some moisture, though, and a little bit of shear. Not overall a pretty bad sounding, other than the shear. Here we go. The GFS does have a cold bias a little bit, and so it does underdo cape. But marginal, severe with this sounding. We actually have a little bit of cape. So these soundings do not look impressive at all. Let's actually look at what we have with the jet. So let's go 192 hours out and see what we need to look at with the jet. So 192 hours. Okay, this looks interesting for sure. We have a strong upper level low in Kansas. We have our actual low pressure like right here. So definitely a deepening low. This wave looks really good with the 500 millibar. Not extremely good, but we could set the stage for probably a marginal or a slight risk from the SPC in that area. We'll have to see where that happens, though. Let's actually look at some of the severe weather dynamics for this event. Just for fun, though. Because why not? So we're going to go 192 hours out. Because that is Tuesday afternoon. We don't have a whole lot of cape, but down towards Houston, we do have some. And let's actually look at a few other of these hours. This is 00Z. We don't have any more cape. Let's go to Wednesday afternoon. Let's see. Oh, we have a little bit. Not a whole lot, though. So yeah, we'll have to see if we have a severe weather chance at this at all. Now, this looks interesting. This is Monday afternoon. Let's see what the GFS has for precipitation Monday afternoon. All right, let's take some soundings for this area. Marginal severe sign. We have decent dews. Hoda looks not the best. Shear is bad. But we do have dews of 65 and some okay cape. You could get some thunderstorms out of that for sure. It looks to be along the warm front, at least. Yeah, that's along the warm front, so that could, or that's along the kind of this. This is probably a warm front. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's a warm front. So maybe some thunderstorms to the south of that warm front into some thunder snow, maybe, or some thunder sleet to the north of that. But maybe I'd say this area right here could look at the chance for some thunderstorms. Now the possibility and if they're going to be severe, I'm not really sure yet. This is just one model though. Let's actually check and take a look at the past model run and see what it's saying for severe weather with that snowstorm. So, it has this a lot stronger. Whoa. But it had the rain a lot stronger, looking a lot better. Had a blizzard for northern Nebraska. So yeah, we're gonna have to see what this does because we could be looking at a severe weather event with this. The GFS has been fairly consistent about that. So now, next we're gonna look at the Canadian. I hope the Canadian goes out far enough. It should. All right, so the Canadian has our first winter storm setting up, and really the same area. It has a little bit more. It has more mixed precipitation though, but it still has that northeastern Minnesota area or northeastern Montana area getting hit the worst, with potentially blizzard conditions for a long time. And then it has our second winter storm a lot weaker though. It looks like it has too much dry air getting into this and not strong at all. And barely even any severe weather. The GFS is the second snowstorm a lot stronger. So we're going to have to see what's going to happen with the second one. So we'll have to see if there's actually going to be a chance for thunderstorms. So it does have an ice storm though, as of like Omaha and Des Moines. So that's probably going to become more likely. But the chance for thunderstorms and if they're going to be severe, we really don't know yet because there's a lot of model inconsistency right now. But yeah, that's wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back tomorrow. But yes.